Hey everyone, Soundwave 84 here. In this review, we'll be reviewing Siege Omega Supreme. Now this will be my full review where I do the transformation and look at the robot in the alt mode individually. And also take a look at his little partner, Countdown. Got it right that time. So this is Omega Supreme. You can probably see him down here in the bottom corner. This is the Siege. And behind me here is DX9's Gabriel. So I go ahead and do a quick comparison here. You can see how much bigger he is over him. And the colors. He's more, I'd say, cartoon accurate, whereas this one here is more of a mix of a toy tune and then the Siege kind of over detailed line is brought up. But yeah, he looks really good still though, and a lot cheaper. But we'll take a look at this bad boy right here, Siege Omega Supreme. Now I do like he is pretty thin. You got nice light piping on him, but he looks really good. He's not overly heavy, but you know, he does have some weight and mass to him. He's got plenty of blast effect points to put blast effects all over him. Nice detailing, sculpting. Head sculpt is a lot better, especially than the earlier renders with the green eyes. I thought that face was hideous, but that's my opinion. And he's got definitely lots of articulation and nice ratchets. So we're going to take this figure over to my review table and take a good look at him. Alright, so one of the accessories you get with Siege Omega Supreme is a Micromaster whose name is Countdown. And I know I screwed that up in my comparison video. I called him Smashdown, but there's a lot of downs going on, and I'm not one on Micromaster names. I'll probably forget his name eventually, but I shouldn't. I mean, he is a countdown because the rocket ship's going to blast off, so you're counting down, yeah, blah, blah. And I live in the Rocket City. I should know this kind of stuff. But yeah, this is Micromaster Countdown. Honestly, I think he's probably one of the best Micromasters to date. So far, nothing on him has popped off like it does on most of the other Micromasters. And he has a fairly nice color scheme, good head sculpt, good painting going on there as well. He just feels more like a regular little Transformer. Like, pieces don't constantly be getting in the way. His arms or shoulders are still kind of there, tight, but otherwise he seems to have the good movements. Now he's got the hips, the knees, and shoulders. He has no waist though. Well, to transform him, first thing you're going to do is take his little radar, move it out of the way. Take his legs. There's these little tabs here. They're going to go into this little hole in his butt. So we just want to fold his legs up at the knees. Get it to go into the hole in the butt. Touch the butt. And there we go. Take his arms. They'll come all the way around. And they sort of just kind of juts out here. They kind of catch there. It's not like a tab or anything, but they kind of have this opening up right here on their form. It sort of this fits around it so that it stays, and the antenna stays, but I mean the radar stays about right there. Of course, you can move it around because it's on its own little thing, so you can go other places if you want it to. But there you go. And that does roll really. It rolls exceptionally well. Compare with other Micromasters there is with this guy who came with the Target exclusive 10-pack. He's a little piece accessory you get with Omega Supreme. Also, it can come a gun if you so desire. It could just have a peg pulls out. And you can always peg them in on the leg right there if you want. No, maybe not. There you go. He's hitching a ride on Omega Supreme's leg. Peg them out. Also, these things open, and they open in rocket base mode, but you can always stick a Micromaster in there. You can carry him around, and his knee still bends. Okay, I want his knee to bend, not his hip. So you can put a Micromaster in each leg, and you can carry them around. And they catch some Decepticon Micromasters as prisoners. They can always be stored inside Omega Supreme's legs. Alright, so here's Omega Supreme in all his glory. I know it's a very wide shot here, but to get him all in this camera, it's got to look a little jankified up on the corners here. I have no place that's really big enough to get a good clean area. Now, I do like this figure a lot. He has some problems, and I'll go over that. And I kind of mentioned a few in my comparison review video. But we'll bring him up close a little bit here so you can see some of the detailing. He has lots and lots of detail sculpting on this figure in his mold and design. Now, some people don't like it to be heavily detailed. I'm kind of in that camp. I'm not big on a lot of detail. I kind of like the clean, smooth stuff like of the cartoon. That's why I do have DX9's Gabriel. I bought that last year because I like the look of that one. But if you're into a lot of sculpting and detail, this figure has it in spades. It is everywhere. And he is very solid with very few hollow spots. It's just usually on the inside of some of the plastic spots right here. So, you know, that's a good thing going for him. He, like I said, he's got nice ratcheted joints. You hear that? Yeah. Oh, make another joint roll, just like the bend. Yep, there we go. These, you get a full 90-degree bend. Sort of here. And got a lot more detail. I can't hold on to it like I hit my roof right here. But lots of detailing will go up. I love the Autobot logo on his chest. Their torso is very nice. The face detailing is actually not that bad. I do like the orange eyes. It does have light piping up top. You can kind of see it shining through a little bit. Activate. There you go. Light piping for the eyes. See the head sculpt a lot more. A lot of sculpting there on his tracks, torso, and all that jazz. So he's an overly huge figure. And you have blast effects, of course, that came with him, which you can now plug into either arm, barrel. You can plug it here like he's shooting his cannon. And of course, when he's in rocket mode, you can plug it in the bottom of the rocket. Like I said, if you want to have him getting shot and blasted, he did also come with two smaller ones right here. You can now plug onto any of these little spots on his body. And they also will fit into the tip of the weapons as well. And this blast effect here also comes apart, so you can make it into tons and tons more little blast effects. So that is something nice. Put that to the side. Go over articulation of this massive robot. He does have ankle tilts. We saw his knees earlier, and you can get a full 90 degrees out of those, so I'm not going to really bother too much with them. His hips can go... You hear them ratchets shaking my entire table. He's got one more. There you go. He's go out to there. He can do a full thing there. Bring them back down. Oh. And you can, of course, go forward. And because of the gap, which I'll get to in a little bit, you got lots of actual movement in the hip area there. He does have a thigh swivel here. And it's ratcheted as well. Get this leg go up just a tad, give him a stand better. Alright. He has have a waist swivel. It is ratcheted. He's got nice ratchet joints on this figure. And right here on his arms, elbows are a soft ratchet. And then you can go, let's bring the camera up so you can see what I'm doing here. And those are soft ratchets there in the shoulder to go out. And he has a swivel right here above his elbow. And the same on this arm is exactly the same. For the claw hand, you have ratchets here at the base where it meets the arm, and the ones out here are just like friction joints. These here are ratchets. They're more of a soft ratchet. I kind of wish they're a little bit harder. I kind of wish these here were like a soft ratchet as well or something. Just because when you're having a rocket mode and try to set them down, you put just too much pressure and one goes and he's on tip. But yeah, but it's there, and it's something I like. So he can actually grab onto and hold a transformer. There he is holding a Skytread or flywheels, whatever you want to call them. So he can actually hold a transformer in his hands. Now I'll tell you when I got mine out of the box, this right here was really tight because the arms come turned this way and it would not go, and I had to kind of force this swivel joint and it made a loud pop. And I thought I had broke something, but it appears to be just fine. Shoulders up here also will turn, and they have a nice loud ratchet. So he's got excellent joints on this figure, nice ratchets. And of course the head, it's got a slide up, a slide down, and of course you can spin it all the way around. And then of course he also has his little cannon there, so he can turn around and start blasting at Decepticons that way. And plus, you can, there you go, you can wedge a blast effect on the tip. It's not, mine isn't very easy. It's actually not, it's kind of, I had to really wedge that piece on, but it is doable. So overall, he is a excellent Omega Supreme. And let's get his torso lined up again. There we go. Oh, we can lower the camera back down its head. So he's a nice looking Omega Supreme. So pros on this figure, just overall looking at him, I love the colors, the reds, the yellows, the grayish browns. It's all very nicely done. The orange kind of chest here, or yellowish gold, whatever you want to call it, is really nice. I do like that the battle damage on him is minimal. It's mostly just down here around the spots and on the arms and certain areas. And I like he's not covered because he's gonna be one kicking butt, not getting his butt kicked. But if you go out a G1 cartoon, you know, a lot of episodes he didn't do too well. I also like that the back of the figure, people who are concerned about the backs, cleans up fairly well. The biggest negative I would say in robot mode would just be the fact that he's got this big gap here. I can slide my fingers into it, and it's kind of detracting, especially when you're looking straight on right there. That's one of the things you know to go to is that gap. So it's kind of an eyesore, but I guess I can see the reason because it wasn't as prevalent in the earlier prototypes. He had bigger hips. I was wondering if they went smaller just for transformation. Maybe it was just in the way. So I have no idea. Just me spitballing. So let's get to transforming this big Titan class Omega Supreme. Alright, so first thing you want to do is come back here to the back. You want to pull these tab in to a spot. Untab, there's a little tab here on each piece that tabs into these little slots back here. Now that these are sort of loose, you can come back here and grab the bottom of the track. There is a piece here, this kind of gray piece. It actually goes into a spot inside. This piece here locks into right there, and we'll just take the other one out same way. Put those to the side at the moment, or for the moment. Come here to the upper back of the arms. You grab them by the shoulders, and just this whole piece will then come out. Put that to the side. Now we'll form the rocket. Now we have Omega Supreme. We'll turn him back around to face us. So we'll take the little headpiece here, and it folds into that little gap. Turn around, open this piece right here up. Pull it out. Raise up his shoulders, which I didn't show in his robot part, but we have extra missiles for look inside of here. Come on. There we go. So, I mean, you're in a battle, he's got to shoot some extra missiles. So that's there as well. Now you will take this whole torso piece with the head attached. This will now come out of here. There we go. Alright. So that part is out. So you can take a better look at his head sculpt here. And light piping. Very nice. I do like. Put that to the side for the moment. Now we will close this back up. Spin them 180 at the waist. These are some ratchets, I'm telling you. Very nice ratchets. I think I get another click there to get in line, but yeah, there we go. There's a piece back underneath his crotch. There's a little black piece here. Open this up, pull this out. So this kind of sticks out now. Now you want to take the figure, we want to turn him around this way so his legs are backwards, but now his front torso is back again facing you. These little yellow pieces here, they'll open up on the inside of his leg. So we'll open that up, straighten them out. These will form the ramps. Now we will take his legs on these ratchets on the hips, and we will go all the way out, like so. I could get the wind more, sir. I'll lower the camera down so we can now look at him better in this mode. Alright, so you take his ramps, put them down, come to his legs. I'm going to bend his legs 90 degrees this way. Like I said, there's a part here when you get sometimes it would catch, but mine now is all, oh no, oh, I almost tipped that over. It is now nice and buttery. I saw that somewhere online, so now that word buttery ratchet is going to be stuck in my head. I can't remember who mentioned that. Now you want to take his tracks. You're pretty much, you're done with this mode. You just want to need to put the tracks on this mode. So we're going to slide this off to the side for the movement. Come to the tracks. Not this end, but the end opposite of that will open up. And you can take these pieces here. They will form the pillars or columns that will hold your track up, like so. And they come with these little bits here, which will then just lock into all this on either side. There's this side of his legs and up here by his knees. So you just want to take it and you just want to push them in. Now his track is kind of, it's not as sturdy of a plastic, so it will bend on you when you go to push. So just letting you know, it's not as solid as the rest of them. The front track's in, and you just repeat the same thing with the second track. Lift it all up, come around to the back side here, and again this stuff will just, that one snaps. None of the other ones snapped, they sort of, I guess, softly went in. Alright, I think I got them all. There you go. He is now all together in this mode. So we'll take this and we'll just slide him to the side. And now we're going to work on his torso. So we want to make sure that the red thing is down. I did that earlier. So that needs to be down inside the back of his head. Now you want to take this piece here, open it up. Now mine is really tight. You try to grab from the side. Now these pieces of plastic do flex as well. I would not recommend grabbing by these little wing things here and pulling. As I mean, I'm not saying it can snap, but there's a chance because they do want to bend. So what I found I do is take 2 fingers, go around the piece in here, and just sort of pop it. No, not that part. Takes a little bit of finessing. I got the camera in my way now when I'm doing it, so just want to push this piece. There we go. Push it from the inside. That opens up. Grab this whole piece here. There's a 180 around, like so. Now you can see how this is now opening up. Pull these pieces out. Now you're gonna take this piece back here, close it back up. Locks in. Take this. You want to spin it 180 this way because his head's gonna go inside of this. So you want to take this hinge and you want to bring all of this up. Move these out of the way. You can see there's these little tabs that are going to tab in here. And his face is going to go, there's these little tabs on the side of his face, or little catches. It's going to go around these other ones here on the side of this. So you just line that all up, tab it in, and get his face in there. It doesn't stay very well at all. His head needs to stay better tabbed. These pieces here need to straighten out and kind of lock into place. That one's tougher. Bring them down. And then you, like I said, bring this piece here. There's this little gap here. It's going to catch into this here. So we're going to bring this around and up. And then just line it all up. There you go. Locks into place. And there is his tank mode all done. Now this spins, but his face kind of gets in the way of the spinning because it doesn't want to spin together. So there's really no way of making this spin around. It's kind of disappointing. I mean, it can't, everything just comes untabbed. His face is not holding inside this thing very well at all. So, yeah. At least you got this, it goes up and down. Now there are these little wheels here, which makes it roll. And that will actually fit onto the track. So, only thing is you got these little lumps on the track, like right here, for blast effects. So like someone was shooting, there's an explosion, but they kind of get in the way of the wheels. You're going, you lump over them, and it kind of knock them off. So that goes there. And now to his arms, which these will form the rocket piece. So you want to take his arms, they're straight this way. This way you take them off. Just bring them out to the sides, to where when you're looking at this piece here, this way, this is all this way. These part of the back side of his elbows are on this side, facing up. Now we'll take this piece here, bring this around. It's on this big black hinge here in the middle, which will come up and around. Bring this around. You want to unfold these pieces here, and a piece here to unfold. Unfold it all the way. Now you take his arms, and they do collapse in. So just push until it locks. Grab here, push, or slide it until it locks. And you grab this to make sure this kind of goes into the inside. You want to work this all the way around. You can see there's little tabs that will line around it. Tap it all in. These pieces here will then come around. And there's tabs here that will catch onto the parts here. And they don't really, I hate to say tab very well at all on my copy. So try to get them all tabbed together. And come on, come in. It's just like there's not enough catch on this piece here to really catch onto that piece there. So see, it just wants to pop off. That side did all right. This side here, it's just really giving me fits. Got to get the tape. But yeah, just imagine it. It's fully down. Yeah, but that's the biggest complaint here at this rocket mode. I had this problem earlier, just on tab. So now you're done with this rocket, and this is now my wife's favorite new toy. And then we'll just get this all. These are on ratchets as well on his claw fingers, and he barely fits in here. And so this piece here is really bugs me. I kind of wish the extra little joints there were ratcheted as well, so it would hold better. If I put any kind of pressure on it, they won't flatten out. Now you can take his little partner countdown, and you can stick them up in the top of the rocket, up there if you so desire. This piece here comes down, this opens up, and he can chill inside there if you so desire. So we'll move his rocket piece over there. We'll slide this into the middle here. We'll take his rocket, and then we'll just take that, put it right inside of here. Now you can do his little blast effect feet as much as, I mean, not the blast. You can do his claws any way you want to make it fit or stand however you want. And of course you can take counting down and put him on the track as well. So he can go here in front of Omega and drive down the track. So it's track for the Micromasters. You know, they can all get on this thing. But yeah, I mean, I like it. He's probably gonna be in robot mode, 90% of my time. So it's base mode. While being cool, I do like, the rocket ship and everything, and it's something you can do, especially if you have two of these. You want to have one robot, one base, and it's something you can really get into your Legends scale figures and whatnot, Micromasters. And this piece here also on his legs open up, so you can always just stick a Micromaster inside of there, and both sides do open. Say you catch a Decepticon Micromaster, you can imprison him inside Omega Supreme's legs when he's in base mode. Alright, so my overall thoughts on Siege Omega Supreme. He is an excellent figure for the cost. I mean, you're getting what you pay for. I don't think he He doesn't have the height of a Metroplex or a Fort Max, but he scales with Combiner Wars Titan class Devastator, and that's probably the most important thing that this Omega Supreme really needs to scale with. But honestly, I feel like he's a little bit better in build quality, joint quality, and just overall appearance. Yes, the biggest con I have is just his gaps here in his thighs, and then when out of the box it's being really tight. But everything else on him is nice. The joints are good. The paint applications are done exceptionally well. And the only other problem I would say maybe the tabbing of the rocket when I try to do the tabbing, and then the head to the other pieces inside to form the tank part. Otherwise, everything else tabs fairly well, locks in nice, and he is just an impressive looking transformer. I will leave a link down below in the description if you want to pick this guy up at Amazon. He still has not been released there. He'll be released next month on Amazon. So if you want to pick this guy up there, the link is down below. Definitely a good figure, and I would say definitely worth the price. So thanks for watching this review. If you like anything, please subscribe, hit the like button, share. Peace out.